One. Hey everybody, how's it going? We have Adam here, and he is one of our top students at Major League Profits. How you doing today, Adam?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm not bad, can't complain. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, just your experience with the program, your experience with sports cards, and just entrepreneurship in general, and just answer them to the best of your ability, because I know a lot of people out there want to hear about your experience in Major League Profits. Sound good?
Okay. Yep.
All right, sweet. So my first question to you is, so you've been in the program about a year. You joined about a year ago. When you joined the program, what were your thoughts about joining? Were you skeptical? Were you excited? Tell me.
I wasn't really skeptical. I thought that I've collected cards since I was a kid, and I've always sold at the wrong time. So that was like kind of my Achilles heel. It was like having something that, maybe this guy's going to be worth a lot of money, and you hold it, and then all of a sudden he's not. So I have a ton of cards that aren't worth anything, and I'm pretty much just want to throw them in the trash every time I see them. But so I have been in sports cards for a long time. I just haven't really grasped the height of when I should sell or when I should buy or hold. So I think the biggest thing that I was interested in was having another outlet to kind of help me with my, I know how I am. I'm very impulsive. So I said, hey, this is something that I could get behind, because even just having a coach every week or the call that we have every week, it's stuff that if you take it seriously and you want to take it from a hobby to more of a business, it's a great asset, I believe.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned that. You're having trouble, kind of timing up the market, because at the end of the day, this market is really all timing, right? Because it just goes in wild swings, and I always talk about it, just trying to guess who the next big player is gonna be. It's like nearly impossible. So
Right.
I'm happy you mentioned that. So my next question to you is, what part of the program do you think has helped you out the most specifically, and why?
Probably the time periods to buy and sell, and having the Zoom calls every week, because I think that me as a collector, I collect mostly football, and then basketball would be second.
Uh-huh.
But like baseball, we talk about the stuff that, hey, maybe this guy, buy him on the off season, hold it, and then sell it. You know, it seems to ring true a lot of times, because if you look at you notice swings. And if you look at the past couple of years with football in general, it's silly to buy a rookie quarterback in the, preseason when you think, oh man, he's going to be so good. He's going to be so good. I mean, Drew Lock is a prime example. His Prism PSA 10 was $1,000, and now they're like $30.
Yep, you're 100.
So
100% right. All right, cool. I appreciate the answer. Now, my next
yeah.
question to you, and everybody's favorite question, is: so since joining the program, how much money do you think you've made in sports cards since you joined, and when did you join? I think you joined about a year ago, right?
Yeah, I think I joined around last summer, and since last summer, I think I've profited probably about 100,000
Wow.
with using the techniques. And I mean, probably, you could probably add another 30, 40, 50,000 on that when football season comes.
Okay.
So like being within that program, right, I kind of missed out on last football season,
Yeah.
using the system.
Uh-huh.
So this year was more of take what we talk about and kind of use it to this year going, you know what I mean? Like, so like with all the grading companies being all jacked up and, everything like that,
Yeah.
it's kind of, it doesn't matter if I started a year ago or yesterday. I mean, if I started yesterday, I'd be working on basketball, right? So, you know what I mean? Or late football push. So I think my big push is going to be August,
Uh-huh.
with the stuff that I've learned from it. But, up into this whole year, though, I've been buying and selling and grading and, so the thing is I think that if you listen to what we all talk about every week and the videos and stuff like that, I think it's a big, it's an easy way to kind of maximize returns with minimal investment. And I like the fact also that you don't need $1 million to get into it, into the hobby, and you can turn and make money. And if you're smart about it, you can build a pretty good profile, like a portfolio.
Gotcha, gotcha. That's freaking awesome. So by, August, you'll probably be in the program by like 13, 14 months by then, and you're going to end up making 130, 140 grand. That is really good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And my next question to you, kind of bouncing off that, is what card do you think you've made the most money on? How much money did you make on it? What type of card was it? What kind of strategy were you using? You tell me.
Yeah. So I think this was right around when I first started talking to you, but I purchased a Luka Doncic Contenders auto. It was a
Uh-huh.
9.5 with a 10 auto, and I picked it up for like $2,500, and then I held it until preseason. I think I got rid of it for 15,000. But the program also made me stop buying junk. That's just
I'm
stuff that
happy.
it doesn't hold value. Before I would buy stuff just to buy stuff. Now I'm kind of more precise with what I'm doing with the money that I spend. So, we talk about like Prism, Optic, Contenders, you know, buying raw, getting it graded, doing, all these things are pretty fail safe ways of making a profit if you can stray away from the emotional side of things. You know what I mean? So, if you really set yourself to certain rules and guidelines, you can't help that if somebody breaks their leg, but if you sell it in the preseason, you know, that's the hype is going to be there, so that you think that, like, get rid of it now and start with the next season. You know what I mean?
Got it. Yeah, yeah. That's part of what we do. We try to eliminate as much risk as possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's freaking awesome. And how do you think? So you've made about 100 grand since joining the program in the past year. What has that extra money done for you? Tell me. Your family, vacations. You tell me. How's it changed your life? Are you traveling more, going to card shows? Like, tell me.
So, I mean, I have two restaurants. So COVID kind of pretty much put those to non-existence, this
Uh huh.
past year, which really gave me the time to kind of adapt. And I mean, I had a lot of sports cards, and joining the group, it kind of helped me sustain my lifestyle that I like to live while the restaurants were in limbo. Um, it actually, I go on vacation a couple times a year with my wife, but I mean, all of our bills were paid. It was a added security blanket to the way that I like to live. So for me, it was just really helpful, just being able to not flip out over COVID and kind of take that. And especially with the boost this year uh, in sports cards, it really just helped, you know, finance my bills. I would take a certain amount of money, put it back into the cards, when it was time to do so. And you know what I mean? And now I'm sitting in a good spot for football season,
Yeah.
so
No,
I think that, I think that's the big thing, is that, as long as you do it the right times, it's really, really hard. And like I said, I'm not going out and buying Absolute, right? Or plates and patches, or something that maybe I would pick up, you know, luminance, or something that really isn't going to hold value.
yeah.
And the year before I joined this, like I picked up, like Prism draft pick basketball, right? Because everybody wanted Zion. you know, that
Yeah.
$20,000 ion that you see now is worth 3,000 because you hold it when the Pro Uni comes out, and it's just not a smart move, right? So
You're 100% right. Yeah, I think it's important that, when COVID started and your restaurants kind of went out of business, instead of just sitting on your butt, you invested in yourself, right? And now you have an extra stream of income. That's
right,
something, you actually like doing. And I know you told me you're going to the National Card Show in Chicago, so now you're traveling with sports cards. It's freaking
yeah,
awesome. But yeah, Adam, I super really do appreciate you coming on. And yeah, man, have a great day, be safe, and we'll be in touch soon.
all right, man,
All
have
right,
a
bye-bye.
great day.